Hi everyone, Emily Teacher here, and today we'll be reading The Ultimate Test. Most sports have separate divisions for men and women. No such distinction exists between male and female participants in the Iditarod, a grueling race of 60 or more dog sleds across 1,157 miles from Anchorage to Nome, Alaska. Probably its most famous competitor was Susan Butcher, who won the event for the third consecutive year in 1988, or 3 years in a row, and who, despite the most adverse weather conditions in the history of the race, went on to win it for a fourth time in 1990. Butcher considered the Iditarod to be the ultimate test of endurance for both animals and humans. So, this is all about the Iditarod and about Susan Butcher. The Iditarod, right, is this dog sledding race in Alaska that happens every year. It's grueling, it's very difficult, very dangerous. But it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, anybody can compete if you have a sled and a team of dogs. Let's find out more about this. The race, which extends over some of the most desolate trails on Earth, lasts up to 14 days. The competitors, called mushers, get little sleep during this time. A compulsory 24-hour stopover at the checkpoint of their choice gives them a brief respite. But even the most robust mushers have to fight a constant battle with fatigue during the race's final days. So, this trail goes over some of the most desolate trails on Earth, right? They're empty, there's nothing around, no help, right? They're kind of on their own. And it can last up to 14 days. So for 14 days, these people or these mushers, right, are keeping their dogs going to try and win the race. They don't sleep very much. So there's a compulsory 24-hour stopover. So they have to stop for 24 hours at one period of time. So wherever they choose, they can stop for 24 hours and then keep going for their own safety. But still, by the end of the race, they're battling with fatigue, right? They would be very, very tired. Unpredictable weather conditions are another hazard. Temperatures can fluctuate between 50 degrees below zero and 40 degrees above. Snowstorms are not uncommon, with icy winds reaching speeds of 140 miles an hour. In the 1984 race, a section of the overland route was closed. Strong winds had blown away the snow covering. Butcher and her dogs took an alternative sea route over the ice-covered Norton Sound. The ice gave way, or it broke. Susan and her dog team plunged into the frigid water. Led by Granite, her lead dog, they scrambled for shore and went on with the race. Butcher stayed warm by running alongside her sled. That year, she came in second. So the weather conditions are another hazard, another very dangerous thing about this race. The temperatures change all the time. It can get really, really cold. It can get really warm. There's often snowstorms with high, fast winds, right, and cold snow. During this 1984 race, the regular route was not able to be traveled. So Butcher here took her dogs over a sea route and the ice broke. Right? They fell into the icy water, which can be very, very dangerous. But she made her way out with her team of sled dogs, and she even came in second that year. Wild animals are another of the many dangers mushers face. In the 1985 race, Butcher's dog team was attacked by a starving moose that probably thought her dogs were a pack of wolves. Probably it thought they were wolves because they were all together, right? And wolves like to be in packs together. Having to protect her dogs and herself, she fought off the enraged moose with an axe. Finally, another musher who was armed with a gun pulled up behind her and quickly dispatched the moose. So the moose was taken care of. 2 of her dogs were killed in the attack. 13 other dogs were badly mauled. That was one year she did not finish. She couldn't, right? She had to take care of her dogs. Born in 1954, Butcher had loved dogs since her youth. In 1975, she moved from her native Cambridge, Massachusetts to Eureka, Alaska. There she bred and trained dogs at her Trailbreaker Kennels up until her death from leukemia in 2006. As many as 150 dogs were there at one time. She said that they were all her pets and had the run of her home, although, of course, not all at once. Butcher was somewhat aloof by nature. She was more at ease with her dogs than she was with people. She believed that the secret of her success was the strong bond she formed with her canine companions from the time they were born. She was very close to her dogs, not so much to people, so probably she would not have enjoyed spending time at a party with other people. As to the future of the Iditarod, Mother Nature and the effects of climate change have the final word. At the 2016 Iditarod, snow had to be brought in by train to provide enough cover for the race to take place. So because of climate change, the Iditarod is difficult to still hold because there's not enough snow on the ground anymore. Thank you for listening to our story today. We do have links related to each article, and if you want the link for this video here, you can find it down in the description below.